I have to just share some thoughts for those that are dealing with coronavirus. No travel, who knows how long it's going to last. But this book that you're seeing here, The 100 Best Spare Time Business Opportunities Today, that was a bestseller 30 years ago. 1990 is when that book came out, right in the middle of the Gulf War, because I had built a business, we were doing 100 million a year, and we had 100 plus employees, and all of a sudden the Gulf War hit, boom, dropped off a cliff. Our sales were down by 90% because nobody was buying product. It's sort of like what happened when the first COVID hit. It was everybody was scared, everybody went away, and nobody was out buying fashion and this and that and whatever. And so my thought at the time was, hey, you might be losing your job. There's millions of unemployed people right now. I have been a spare time business guru for 30 plus years, starting with my first book. And many of these, I'm updating this book now for new biz ops that are available to folks right now. And so on that note, as you look at the next slide, working from home is one of the big trends right now. So if you have a product that fits this work from home era, now might be a good boom market for you. And folks like Sophia Richie in the next slide, she was selling fashion. Guess what she's doing? She's focused now on fashion, work from home fashion, okay? So these are little things that entrepreneurs are changing out in the marketplace. Instead of just selling a Sophia Richie silky jumpsuit, she's selling work from home attire, seeing a lift in the process, changing headlines. So this is just a little tweak, a little product tweak, et cetera, et cetera. In fact, the next slide is there's a new term that you can see in this article, and it's called Recommerce, okay? Reduce, reuse, recycle. There's all these sites out there that are selling products that are Recommerce, right? That are, something maybe in your closet, et cetera. So don't forget about that. People have said, how can I raise money? Well, maybe you can Recommerce some things in the process, but another way to raise money and get some initial sales quickly is to build, next slide, is an Amazon business. The world of Amazon is going crazy. I'll just say this. I started in the direct to the consumer business back in the early 80s. So for almost 40 years, I'll never forget when I told my mom, I'm one of 6 kids, and I told my mom I had an older sister and an older brother and another older sister. I said, Mom, I'm dropping out of college. And she said, oh my God, I wanted you to be a lawyer or a doctor. What are you going to be doing? And I'm like, well, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. She said, well, hey, your first older sister, she married a lawyer. Your next sister, she married a doctor. Your older brother, he's a corporate executive. You're going to be what? An entrepreneur? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in a direct-to-consumer business. And this is before QVC. This is before Amazon. But that's what I was doing, selling products direct to the consumer. And so Amazon is a huge opportunity for folks out there. We're doing a ton of business on Amazon, and we'll continue to do that for many years to come. So the business on Amazon, there's many that are building them and flipping them, and their values are based on a number of things, the age, the niche, the product categories, et cetera. So Amazon is a great thing to be looking at. And hey, video conferencing like a professional, like we're doing right now, or like the next slide says, the app for a pandemic, Zoom. What are we doing? Don't be afraid to create content. I've been creating dozens and dozens of hours of content over the last number of weeks, virtual summits, content like this. This is one of the ways that you can connect with investors, you can connect with customers, you can connect with lead generation, et cetera. And not every company is having trouble. I mean, if you want to look at some companies that are doing okay, the next slide, Papa John's, why are they doing well? Because they are a self-contained company that is direct to the consumer selling their pizza. and they're delivering it with a no-touch policy. So think about how you can be doing things like this. And by the way, I mentioned the Gulf War, how sales just went down to zero almost. I mean, 90% off. In the original crunch of Corona, people were staying away from buying things. But the next slide is going to show you that as things are getting better, we're getting to that squashing the curve, flattening the curve point. TV stations are seeing spikes in their viewership. Why? People are home. Okay, what are they doing at home? Watching more TV, watching more internet, right? But guess what? The problem they're having. Think about this. You're a TV station. Your viewership is spiking, but your advertisers is going down to the toilet because restaurants are closed, sports venues are closed. Advertisers, you can't be advertising if you don't have a business right now. So, many events, concerts, you can't go to concerts. So many of the advertisers are gone. So now is a good time for the guys like us to go pick up some spot time at a cheap price. So we can help you with that. We're amazing at video and print. And so, we at the end of the day, we are here to help you take your idea to the next level. We're here. We have a battle guide that we've created on raising capital. Today we're going to be sharing a lot of those details with you. Brian's going to be talking about a lot of that. We have materials, we have books, we have this book is not available for purchase, the Maverick Battle Guide, but the next one is how to become a key person of influence, which I think we're going to be giving some copies away of some things here later. I'm not sure what Brian has in store for everybody, but this is the book on how to become, it's 5 steps on how to become one of the most highly valued and highly paid people in your industry. And this is part of our teachings and will be part of our teaching actually a little bit today too. So wrapping up here, down to the final wire from my side, I'm going to be turning over to Brian. It's important as you're creating your business, selling your product, create amazing partnerships. And Zig Ziglar was a mentor to me back in the early days, and one of his most successful books was called Secrets of Closing the Sale. I went to the family and said, hey, how do we bring back some of the assets? And I partnered with the family to revise and update Secrets of Closing the Sale. So now it's Zig Ziglar with Kevin Harrington. Now is the time to act. It's the time to double down on where you are in your business, in your life. We're seeing very low customer acquisition cost. That's called a CAC, C-A-C, customer acquisition cost. And so Brian's going to be talking about all of that good stuff and digital marketing. So when we're done here today, you need to act now to get your business and your product in full motion. We're going to be here for you and with you to help you do that. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my son, Brian Harrington.
Cool stuff. Thank you.